Hi there, I'm RYCJ. We're here today at the Philadelphia Museum of Art. I have with me Terri Lyons. And Terri and we're going to talk a little bit about history and her new debut novel she's coming out with, Puzzles.
Yes,
So Terri, how was it? How was that writing?
it started off as a hobby, and it was just little notes, imagination gone awry. And so I took those notes and I would let it sit on the back burner for a little while, and then I would bring it out and refresh it and renew it. And the next thing you know,
You have a novel.
I have a novel. I put a period on the page.
Now, how about this? The title. What did that title? Because I was just so intrigued by the title Puzzles. Like, how did that come?
Puzzles is just like a person, isn't it? Many people wear different hats depending on their family, their church, or perhaps their community. And then by extension, the hats that you meet with other people, right? And oddly enough, when people are wearing these different hats, there's an internal soul that oftentimes is unnoticed or undeveloped. So it's kind of the broad spectrum, the range of humanity.
What type of novel is it? Is it historical, romance?
It's a historical novel. And in addition to my imagination kind of directing the writing, I add different dimensions to puzzles, which kind of gives the book its lilt. So I'm adding some things that are not acceptable in 1959 Virginia. I'm also adding part of the civil rights movement that's coming into 1959 Virginia. And in addition, I'm adding some of the conflict and tribulation that people go through in anywhere USA.
What type readers do you envision enjoying this historical novel?
Well, they would definitely like to have to like history,
Right.
But also people who may be able to see some of the characters that touch their spirit, where they thought, wow, I thought that was just me.
Right.
Because there were many things in the setting of the novel that you were not allowed to discuss.
Right.
It was kept under the table.
Wow, that sounds interesting.
My little secret. So someone who would be able to pick up those clues, I think would find the book interesting.
What do you hope that readers actually take away from the story once they've read it?
I would hope they can find a piece of themselves that isn't permitted, perhaps, in society. A piece of themselves where they thought that they were the only one who felt that way. They were the only one who went through that. Or maybe even in anger or in unresolved upset in their life. They may find into this book of puzzles and say, yes, that's me too.
Terri, thank you very much for joining us here today on this nice breezy, chilly day.
Yes, the pleasure's been mine.
Very good. So look forward to Puzzles coming out. It's coming out Mother's Day, May 10th, 2014. Thank you for joining us here today. I'm RYCJ.